Hi there YouTube, it is Musical Aviator here. We are on the ground in Borroloola. We'll be taking off on our little journey around Australia, heading up towards the coastline of the Gulf of Carpentaria, Northern Territory side, trucking along the coastline until we hit about there, and then we'll be trucking inbound to the little small Aboriginal township of, I'm going to try to pronounce this about correctly, Ngukurr. And after we leave Ngukurr, we'll be going over to Numbulwar. Numbulwar is just on the coastline, and there's a very slight opportunity to go all the way over to VH-ILT, which is named Dutch. Groot is a Dutch word. Island is the Dutch word for island back in the 1700s. So we might end up in Groot Island, but we'll at least begin visiting Ngukurr and Numbulwar as well. Yes, been a wonderful caravan. Enjoyed the stopover. Say goodbye to our friends, and we'll be going and flying away while they drive their four-wheel drive around wherever they're driving. Hi there, Dodgeballs, Aviator 997, Lachlan, and I think we had a few others up there as well. QF Aviator. Just checking my mute button's working. Yep, it is. Cool. Alrighty, let's just head over here for the minute. Indeed. Hi there, Aviator 44997. I did see you on the train the other day. I also had to run to catch the very same train you were getting off. Heading to Broadmeadows. I love that train because I can catch it all the way to the end. And there's very few people left by the time we get off. Borroloola. Let's have a look at the weather. So Borroloola showing cab okay, obviously you can see it up there. No wind. Wind 060 at 6. Funny. Alrighty. So Ngukurr has wind 110, which is east essentially, and temperature 29. 36 on the Meta though. Not a fan. The wind 070 at 9. Alright, let's see what they're doing there at Ngukurr. It's runway 11, so we'll be coming in from the directly east and then we'll pass into the downwind. That's easy. Here at Borroloola, much easier to pronounce. Wind 060. So we're going to be using runway 02, which is all the way down there. So I'll have to backtrack the long way, do the U-turn. That's cool. And over at Numbulwar, runway 15 and 33. There's no weather at Numbulwar, but there is Groot Island, which is close by. And they are showing wind 110, which is more south than anything else. Hi there, Titan Inspector. I worked at home today, which was a wonderful experience. I didn't have any major issues at all. Woke up early in the morning, about 6:30 instead of 5 a.m. So just got up because I was worried that the thing wouldn't connect. I was having problems with it last night, but it connected first go. A little bit of lagginess on our system, but I was able to migrate a few of my permissions over to my own PC here, and there was no lagginess on my PC. Just saying. And what was the other thing? Yeah, that's right. All the phone calls were coming through my mobile, so I was using my headset, which is a lot lighter than the headset that I use at work, which is one of those big, fully chunky things like this. There's the gate. Let's go in. I love this massive open gate. It's like security control? Meh. What is the security control here? Nothing much? Cool. Fair enough. Hey, I know someone in quarantine on their second week of quarantine on Monday. So that'll be interesting. Someone at work, in fact, is quarantined for another week. Not because they have coronavirus, but because someone that they know does. Family member. $360 for that's insane. Alrighty, let's jump on in. There we go, right view. Yeah, they're talking about doing that in Australia as well. Essentially arresting people that didn't self-isolate. Let's just have a look at this. That's looking well. There we go. Drop that away. Alright, the usual stuff. Let's open the window first. Get some cool air going through. Battery on. Drop some flaps. In fact, let's drop the beacon because it's noisy. Flaps are down. Battery's closed. Alright, you may remember we filled the plane up when we arrived here. And the main reason for that is we've got a massive flight. Broken up, of course, we're landing in lots of places. But we can't get any fuel between here and there. So we're taking off here with full tanks. We're going to land at Ngukurr. We're going to go over to Numbulwar. Going to go to Groot Island. Now, technically, they do have fuel for the RPT operators at Groot Island, not on the weekends. But getting that fuel looks like to be a bit of a pain. Hi there, APAC. Haven't seen you around for a while. Hope you're well. And yes, this is the wonderful Bonanza. It's a wonderful aeroplane. I've been enjoying flying a lot. I have to go through Mlungbindi. Sorry, I'll have to learn how to do that. We don't get any fuel until Mananguira. So that's our first refueling opportunity. So we're going to be flying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flights without refueling. So completely and utterly full. Now let's get our walk around done. Flaps, looking great. Now I've been told that this will actually show a break, a subtle break, if the flaps are broken, usually about there. And if the flaps are broken, they simply won't retract or come out, or they'll get stuck halfway, depending on how it's broken. Same thing with these. If you get that wrong, and don't notice that's detached or something, airplane might go into a full deflection that you can't get out of. Cool, looking in there, it's great. Fuel drain's looking good and clear. The bubble is clear and not fogged up. Wheel chock's off, tire down is away. Looking in the top of the tank, completely full. Nose wheel's looking happy, and the landing gear is looking okay. Okay, none of the propeller blades have any cracks or obvious charring. Oil. Oil is looking okay. What's that? 6 quarts. Beautiful. Down the bottom, Good stuff. I've seen people overspeed the flaps and bend the flap actuator. That's scary. Alright, chocks away. There's the, what do you call it? Stall warning system. There's a pitot. Good full tank. All of that's fuel. Happy there. Flaps are looking okay. In the back here we have the static port. Primary on this side, secondary on the other side. Pull that away. And the one thing I do like about this whole system is, for instance, if I just move the yoke left and right, you get a little bit of left and right out of the paddles there. If you pull up, both of them come up together, or both of them go down together. If you put the rudder in, then you get a little bit of that motion going on, which is a little bit like the yoke, but not quite. Then of course you've got the trim tabs right at the back there. They're actually massive, huge trim tabs on this aeroplane. Oh, you bet the flap itself. Oh gosh. Cool. So that's done. We'll go ahead and close the doors. I love these curtains. They're really annoying, but they're also cool, because you can almost see through them, but not quite. I mean, that's literally see-through. You can see straight through, and there's the fence outside there. Brilliant aeroplane. The other thing that I love about this aeroplane is the flap actuator. If you just flip the flaps like that, click, 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 they only move while the thing is depressed. So it's pretty brilliant. Someone just messaged me somewhere. Who dat? Oh, that's you. Cool. Holy crap. Damaged flap. Oh my gosh, I've never seen anything quite like that before. That's new. That's very new. Oh my god. Wow. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and open the cowl flap first. Open up the battery. Click, click, click onto both. Push that up. Yep, that's looking good. Under the checklist. So pre-flight complete, passengers, you know what we're doing. Seatbelts on, shoulder harness on, flaps, can't do it. Radio is off, electrical switches are off, autopilot is off, beacon, they suggest putting it on, but we're not gonna. Fuel selectors, it doesn't matter which tank we're on as long as it's on one. We'll start with the left. Sounds good to me. Gear is down. Mixture fully rich, prop full, throttle full, switches are in, lights are green, auxiliary pump on, and we're just going to watch the auxiliary pump push the fuel flow into the green. Done. Okay, throttle cracked open, just a little, about there. Oil pressure, and we're going to start. Look left. Cool. Clear prop. Just a bit cold. Come on. Not happy with that, is she? Nope, we're going to have to take it back to the hangar. Great. Sure, the battery has a problem. There we go. Try it again. Might have flooded it. Great. Pump the throttle. Well, we did. That's what happened. Cool. That was pretty full. We had to go at about 2500 RPM. Okay, turn some lights back on. Avionics. Your Spitfire is not 50 years older than this plane. This plane is 1968. So yeah, 38, 40, 50, 60, 30 years difference.
TOS system test okay.
Borroloola. Why Borroloola? Go to Ngukurr. YNGU. And that's all we need for now. Into the map. Gonna zoom out a bit. Okay, just going to test out the autopilot. That disconnects well. We're going westbound today, 6,500. Flaps coming up. Same thing as before, we'll check the nearest airports. See, King Ash Bay, wouldn't have known about that before. MacArthur River Mine that we went to last time. And we head out to Ngukurr. Ngukurr. Somehow. What's our... Yep, 126 set. Traffic, Borroloola, India Lima Tango is a Beechcraft Bonanza, taxiing runway 02. We'll be departing the field on a left-hand crosswind. Let's roll. There's no one down in the fuel tank, so we'll kind of stick our tail in that direction. Set. Park and brake in. Mixture fully rich, give it 18,000. About there. Drop 1 meg. Not bad. Back to both. Drop 1 meg. Yep. Back to both. Now this funny stuff. Nah, it's looking fine. We'll go to flap 10. Just once I lean it back up again. Flaps 10 coming up. Let's have a chat to the Borroloola weather. Yeah, I wanted to come to Gove, except there's no scenery for it. So maybe not. Maybe. We'll probably fly past it. Probably be a good idea to fly past. Nice space up there. Load hole. Might do a touch and go. Here we go. Let's go with weather.
Automated Weather Information Service. Borroloola Airport. Time 0544 Zulu. Wind 080 degrees magnetic at 7 knots. Variable between 070 and 170 degrees magnetic. Temperature 34. Dew point 16. QNH 1011 hectopascals. Rainfall last 10 minutes nil.
Gotta love the real world weather. 1011 set, 10 degrees. Last checklist. Radio's on, transponder. I'll set that to ALT now. Altimeter set. Heading indicator. My compass is showing 325. So is that. Runway 02 set. We're going for the crosswind departure, something like that. Park and brake. Already tested the brakes. Run up has been completed. Forward takeoff controls have been checked. Fuel selectors are on desired tank. Fuel pump is off. Mixture is fully rich for the takeoff. Prop fully in. Gauges checked in the green, both sides. Flap is set, cowl flaps are open. And that's us. Let's go. Direct Borroloola. India Lima Tango is entering runway 02 backtrack. I must say, even though Borroloola is kind of hard to pronounce, Ngukurr is just insane. I saw a video about a guy going to Ngukurr, and he legit just said, Gaka. Gaka. I mean, what? There's 2 R's for a reason. Okay, current time 547 Zulu. We'll swap tanks when we get to the 3 or on final approach into Ngukurr. There's the white markers, we'll do the U-turn. There we are, lined up 02, just gonna chuck on the lights. And we are good to go. Jockey Borroloola, India Lima Tango, departing runway 02 on the left-hand crosswind.
Enjoy the takeoff.
Flaps coming up and letting go.
Traffic Borroloola, Fortress 3 is entering runway 02 for backtrack.
There's 500. Fuel flow coming back on to 25. 15, there it is. Yeah, you're right about that, look at that. Ah, that's just the beacon, the strobes going. Take the strobes out and it'll be fine. See? You'll leave the landing light on for a bit. In fact, I've got to put the strobes back in. Prop RPM coming back to 25. In fact, I might take it back a bit more, about 24 in a bit. Set. Okay, we're going to head up towards the coastline because I don't really want to fly that far inland. Very well caught, Aviator 447. The Amin just bouncing around a little bit. Slight discharge every time that the strobes go off.
Fortress 3 is departing runway 02.
Might as well at least turn towards the west, even if we're not directly at the west. Over here is the Pellew Islands, named after Sir Edward Pellew, who at one stage was the captain of the HMS Indefatigable, a Navy frigate during the Napoleonic Wars in about 1803, something like that. Go ahead over there and have a look at them. Now, if you're a TV fan of old English stuff, there's a TV series called, what was it? Hornblower. It's a fictional character called Hornblower who becomes a sailor officer in the Navy. It follows his fictional career, but one of the people he serves under is actually the real life Sir Edward Pellew, who these islands are named after in the real world. Now the HMS Indefatigable is an unusual frigate in that it used to be a fourth-rate ship of the line with 3 decks, but in an effort to make the ship faster, they raised one deck, which is to say they removed an entire deck off the ship. That made it a lot lighter to sail, faster in the water, and it eventually became a frigate because it was the size of a frigate now. Instead of being a 100 gun ship, it was a 74 gun ship, or something like that, 60 something gun ship. And the French used to see it as a frigate because it was the size of a frigate, but because it used to be a ship of the line with an extra deck on top, the bottom end of the hull was a lot thicker, so they used to think it was a normal frigate, but it'd be coming into them and it was a lot larger and a lot stronger than the standard frigate was. That was the HMS Indefatigable. Great name, that. Indefatigable. We're going to cruise at 6,500, so I'm probably going to step down a bit, but we are actually flying eastbound, so 7,500 is actually correct for the moment. We're flying away from Ngukurr. So yeah, there we are, the Edward Pellew Islands. It's just I think they're called the Sir Edward Pellew Group of Islands, or the Pellew Islands, depending on how you like to put them. I think they are uninhabited, essentially. Does anybody know any free sims? Because I don't. I mean, at the end of the day, Flight Sim X, FSX is essentially free when it goes on sale with Steam. You buy it for about $5. That was me. I accidentally knocked the RPM. DCS is free. That is a very good point out, 997. And DCS is actually a really good sim as well. Graphics are spot on. Now it does have payware add-ons, but if you just use the free, I think it's an SU-25, and there's some other fighter there as well. But yeah, good call. Very good call. We've overshot to 7,500. Let's go back down. But yeah, DCS completely free. You don't need even to have a credit card. This weekend I'll be self-isolating again. So we'll be doing some sims. I think we'll do Friday night ops in wherever it was. Pennsylvania, what is it? Can't remember. Maybe the Saturday one as well. And I'll probably need to have a bit of a walk around. Get outside and avoid people. Sounds good. Not sure about the weather this weekend for Melbourne. Haven't even been looking at it. Let's see. Melbourne weather. What you doing? Melbourne weather tomorrow, 18 degrees. Nice and cold. No rain. Rain on Sunday though. So Saturday will be my walk around a bit day. Sunday we'll be doing more sims. So that's the plan. The group of friends that I was getting together to do a whole bunch of awesome stuff in the early part of April, all that awesome stuff is cancelled. Everything is cancelled. Everything is cancelled when you have to self-quarantine. Alright, manifold pressure coming back up to 25, as far as I can go anyway. And we're going to have a look at our fuel. Yeah, we'll switch. The fuel pump is on, fuel tank is on the right. Just feeling it pulling over slightly to the right, so I want to get rid of some weight over there. And pump can go off. Spread the coronavirus love. Everything is cancelled. Everything is shut because COVID-19.
India Lima Tango, this is Fortress 3, out of here.
Gotcha. 505.
Yeah, we're going to be running off your right wing pretty soon. Try not to crash into us when we do.
That's alright, we'll fly straight ahead to the islands and then we'll be making our left-hand turn to follow the coastline.
I got you.
Everything is cancelled. Everything shut down because of COVID-19. Everything is cancelled. And we've all been quarantined. If you like the Lego movie. Alright, I was going to look at the EGT. I'm going to keep on leaning out that fuel mixture bit by bit. Okay there. Don't have the autopilot on for the moment, so got to keep an eye out the window as well while we do this. That's Lena Peak. Get it back into the peak and back off. There we are. Yeah, the fuel prices are up. I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, they literally fell down to, I think, $1.15 for a while, $1.10. In Adelaide, they're getting 95 cents a litre, and then they've shot up again. So we say goodbye to the Pelliu group of islands on the tip of the wing. And we'll shoot along the coast. This is of course the coast of the Gulf of Carpentaria. this coastline has been explored nearly 2 centuries before.
What's your speed?
Livery is currently 150 knots. We'll probably be accelerating after the turn.
150 knots, understood.
Let's hug that coastline a little bit tighter. Don't want to go for a swim. If we do lose an engine, we'll just turn straight into the inland. We'll land in the grass, try and avoid some trees. Not sure about the beaches on this part of the world. They're not exactly the greatest place to land. Some of them are alright. There's a lot of kind of muddy mangrovey stuff interspersed with sand, but it's that muddy mangrovey stuff that you've got to avoid. And that's got to be near the river inlets. That's why this area is not developed very well, apart from the fact that it's tropical and gets blasted with cyclones every year or two. All of the rivers are essentially muddy mangrove, and it's very flat as well. So you get the flooding quite often, and it kind of like sits in this tropical marshland for miles and miles and miles. So even though this part of Australia is closer to, you know, Asia, America, and there's plenty of industrial opportunities with fishing, it's also really hard to, you know, control this kind of land. All swampy stuff. Printing money. That's always a great way to make money worth less. What do you guys reckon? Keep the hand flying going or go into autopilot? I'll listen to you. So I'm pretty comfortable where we are. We've got the engine leaned down for 7,500. We're sitting at roughly 7,500, give or take 100 feet. Aircraft's flying perfectly fine and we kind of know where we're going. Continue flying along the coastline really until we hit the Roper River, and we'll just fly up the Roper River until we find Ngukurr. QF Aviator has a vote for hand flying. Not Orbex, but it is OZX Group guy called, what's his name? Robert F something or other? Fluke. Robert Fluke. So Robert Fluke's made a freeware Ngukurr, and that's the one that we'll be using today. Links in for the scenery are below. Yeah, you got the wrench. You can ban and block people at will now. I've decided we had 997 can as well. Because why not? I trust them enough to fly me around in a Cessna 172, so might as well trust them enough to put some people in timeout if they get rowdy. True, less workload, less chance of errors. More chance of nodding off. Funny. Wonder what happens when moderators hate each other and block each other. That'd be interesting. Yeah, that's the best application process. If you want to become a moderator, there's 3 ways you can do it. Firstly, you can physically meet me in person, and if I like you, I'll put you in. Secondly, you could be from New Zealand. No. And the third one is just luck of the draw. If I get used to having you around, then you might get it. If I don't 100% trust you, or if you're underage, then you're not getting it. You tried. Can't block other mods. That sounds cool. Okay, we've left the Pelliu group of islands, and what have we got out here? Not much, I'm afraid. There's another river coming up. What is this river called? Rosie Creek Campground is on it, so I'd assume it's the Rosie Creek. Right there. Yep, that's definitely Rosie Creek. The shape makes sense. Cool. And after that is the Cox River. Way off in the distance there somewhere. Way out in the distance there should be Maria Island. Almost where the Gulf of Carpentaria turns back to a northbound coastline. And Numbulwar's up there as well. What's happening on the Cox River in Queensland? Northern Territory. I forgot what state we're in. We're definitely in the Northern Territory right now. Cox River. Not much happening here. Yeah, I've just read an entire Wikipedia article about Limbenbight River, which is the main river that the Cox River joins into. And it's about all the other rivers that join it. and the fact that it was named by Abel Tasman. And that's it. Not much happening up there. Fishing.
India Lima Tango, you enjoying the TCAS?
Not much. Glad we're a bit far, so we don't need it. It's been very dry and no cloudy weather the last couple of weeks of this part of the world. Indeed. Give me a date and the time. That's preferably on a weekend and I'll be there. As long as it's not this weekend at about midnight on Saturday, because I've got something to do at midnight tomorrow. Something to do with across the pond. But if you were to say Sunday morning at about 8 in the morning, I'll do that. So I went to the chemist today, hoping to get some medication that I need. And apparently they didn't have any in stock, and they won't get any stock until 2 weeks' time. Yeah, across the pond, bookings open at midnight. Well, they open up at 11. The ones that I want are 11:30. And then the second ones that are an option are midnight or half past midnight. They're opening them in groups of 2 airports per half hour. So if you get in there at 11 p.m. tonight, Australian time, that's was it 1000 Zulu? Or was it 1200? Can't remember. One of those. You know, I wouldn't even mind just pottering around the old Melbourne, doing the city scenic. And if you can think of anything else that you want to do, I'm up for it. Get into some CTA, controlled airspace, and go, hi.
India Lima Tango, this is Fortis 3. Do you have me visual? I'm right off your right wing.
Off the shot. I've got curtains everywhere, can't see you at all. Where are you?
There, now a bit more in front of you. You should be able to see me without curtains blocking the way.
Bit of a delay in position still behind me.
Time for me to floor the throttle then, I guess.
Yeah, go in front. I'm looking in the direction of Maria Island. Above, cool. Absolutely, Tullamarine Airport straight over the top because there's nothing happening. Qantas Airlines, even Melbourne to Sydney, they've gone from 295 flights a week down to like 80. So yeah, go straight over the CTA. You're up. You've convinced me. Let me know when you want to fly. And if it's a weekday that you need to fly, then I'll take some leave. I've got plenty of leave because I handed 2 weeks back just recently. I said I'm going on holiday in April. Then everything got cancelled, so I said, yeah, I'm going to cancel that leave. Bye. There you go. Where is he? Can't see him. Here my TCAS just a little far away, about 2 miles, maybe 1.5. Try and turn towards there.
I'm right in front of you on my screen. Let's test how far the delay is.
If you hold your current speed and altitude, I'll hopefully be able to get to you. I'm at full throttle, so I can't actually increase speed at all. About 2 miles out. Yeah, slow it down. Drop the autopilot in.
How far inland are you? Because I'm just following the coast towards west.
Yeah, pretty much on the coast as well. No, there's no release date. In fact, it got pushed back. Apparently, some of the team is in isolation as well. So they've actually reduced the amount of hours that they're working on the new Microsoft Flight Sim. And I reckon very late 2020, if not early 2021 at this point. I secretly believe that they're probably aiming for a November release, roughly November, maybe October. But I think they're going to slip through that maybe by 2 or 3 months. That's not released the news, but we do know a few things. Firstly, they were in alpha currently. Then recently they actually released a press briefing or whatever, a thing just to say an announcement saying that they were reducing the amount of work volume that they're doing at the moment for the new Microsoft Flight Sim, and as a result there might be a month or 2 delay based on their internal release date, which they haven't released to anyone. Yeah, my feeling for it was that they were aiming for November. That's probably going to slip into January. Yeah, everything gets pushed back, especially the flight sim.
I'm just the mouth of the river now.
Ah, cool. Problem is everything is tiny. It's really hard to see.
It's harder for me. FS Global Real Weather has put clouds everywhere.
Yeah, I've got you at 5 miles or 6 miles now. Slow on down. That's 6 miles ahead of me and I can't go any faster.
cloud's at 1,458 feet on my screen.
Yeah, not like that in live weather mode. That said, the TAF is showing a few at 4,500, but currently showing, what's this? Yeah, the map says it's got no cloud, but that doesn't necessarily mean there's no cloud, it just means it can't see any. That's an automated meta. That's very right, Dodgeball. More time to save up, more time for them to get things correct as well. So that there is the Cox River, COX. Nothing much happening here.
I'm just going to close the distance by doing a loop-de-loop, as airshow people will say. Probably start the engine, but watch for that.
Or as parts would call it, an Illiman. Well, I get 85 megabit per second, although this morning I only had about 65 when I was trying to work from home. Megabit per second, which is pretty good at the end of the day.
Spitfire decided that it didn't like loop-de-loops and it decided to go into a flat spin, which I got out of.
Needs more speed at the start. Okay, the next big river is Roper River. We'll be following that all the way up to Ngukurr. That there is Maria Island. What happens at Maria Island?
Right, let's try again.
Where did that cloud come from?
There we go.
That's not cloud. Let's go down. Ah, that 4,500 cloud layer has just popped up for me. Yeah, once we get
You're a
over here.
wizard at weather.
Ngukurr. Meteorological information only via TAF. Alright. Solar powered aerodrome and approach landing. And runway 11 over the clouds now. Local traffic. 22.6 at the flight level 160. One 26.7. Cool. 45, 15 minutes out. We'll need to make a call in about 5 minutes. So, Maria Island over there.
Right, I'm above you. I'm just gonna dive down quickly. Try not to hit me.
Yeah, we're sitting at 4,500. Maria Island is 20 miles offshore in the Gulf of Carpentaria, near the Limon Bight. It is an important nesting and feeding site for species of turtle and silver gulls. Lots of the northern brown bandicoot live there. Herds of dugong and dolphin pods. There are 16 sacred Aborigine sites on the island, registered under the Aboriginal Areas Protection Authority. And it is the resting place of their kangaroo dreaming. That's Wanala. Wanala lives out there. Intriguing. If you don't know the reference to Wanala, that's the Boeing 747 that used to be painted in the Aborigine colours. The red one, Wanala, is Wanala dreaming, which is a kangaroo dreaming. That's what it means. So, according to the Aborigines that used to live in this area, the Wanala dreaming laid to rest over there on that island.
Right, I might be in a spot of bother.
In the middle of cloud?
No, it appears to have run out of coolant and oil.
Well... Oh well. Time to make an emergency landing somewhere. This is the Roper River, and the township of Ngukurr is on the Roper River, so we can head on up there.
And I'm down. Mark my coordinates, will you?
There you are. started entering that cloud layer, you feel the turbulence bouncing us around. Aviad 997, just check out if we can find out how much it costs to land at Melbourne International Airport in the next week or 3. What's the landing fees there? I'm talking about land. Not sure about a touch and go, but land there and maybe taxi somewhere and use the runway again. That'd be hilarious. 172 down at Melbourne Airport, Tullamarine. If you're going to do it, now's the time to do it. I'd even give it across the pond for that. A few banks, you sure about that? There we go. Airport conditions, use fees and charges, aircraft and equipment, movements, passenger air transport. Well, not one of those, are we? 2,750 an hour, apparently. Okay. That's for a much larger aircraft than us. Passenger air transport, domestic airfield and infrastructure charge. You're right. It could well be $2,500. That's much bigger than Sydney ever was. Sydney was like a couple of $100. Hi there, we are flying into the airport of Yankee November Kilo. So again, Yankee November Golf Uniform NGU. Not quite sure about across the pond yet. I'll see what I'll feel like. I'm starting to feel that I want to do the Amsterdam in the
And it
Forest
looks
of Fall.
like I'm about to die. There are crocodiles everywhere.
Oh, there will be. Stay in the plane. Yep, that'd be cool. The one that I'm reading about is like, I'm assuming Boeing 737. So if you want to land a 737 at Melbourne, it's more than $2,500. But a 172 might be a couple hundred or less. .47, 10 minutes out. Traffic in Ngukurr. India Lima Tango is a Beechcraft Bonanza, 4,500 feet. We are 30 miles to the west of Ngukurr. We'll be tracking to join runway 11 off a left downwind. Estimate time in the circuit 46. Traffic in Ngukurr. Flight director coming up. A minimum charge of $344. My golly gee. Yeah, let's fly over it. I'm sure Sydney was something in the range of $200, but that admittedly was some 10 years ago. That's like an entire flight. 72 hours advance. Pete, donate again. Donate $344.59 to a flight to Melbourne. In a real plane. In a 172. Nah, that's insane. Ah, I missed someone, did I? PMA. Hello. How you doing, PMA? Thank you for your donation. Mightn't get us to Melbourne Airport for $300, but yeah. What about Avalon? Airhead 997, that's another one. Avalon, how much does that cost? That's probably in the range of, you know, $50. You've probably already been there. Avalon's an international airport now. They have flights direct to Bali. Don't take Canberra because I've already been there. It was fine. We'll drop down to 2,500. $40 for Avalon? Yeah, I'll do that. Let's get Avalon. What about Bendigo? Qantas used to have a flight to Bendigo until last week. Sydney to Bendigo was only like a year and a bit old. Dash 8300. And it's been called off. Runway Ngukurr will be runway 11. Dodgeball 86. Aircraft and equipment movement charges a paltry $3,025 at Melbourne. That's insane.
Hello again, Trent. I magically teleported to Ngukurr, and I have found a spare Spitfire here waiting for me, along with a giant 737 and a 747.
Great, that's what I need. It would make it a Cessna 150. Not even a 152, just a 150. Okay, it's time to swap the tanks over.
By the looks of things, if Aaron in his 747 powers up engine 4, he is going to suck in the RNBS and kill the patient that has been eaten by a crocodile.
Hello.
Would that patient be you?
Maybe, but I'm sitting safely in my Spitfire.
They're doing 747s out in Ngukurr, and we're talking about, what's that, Jabberoos at Melbourne? Well, the guys at Melbourne will surround the plane and like put you into quarantine. And you'll say, why are we in the quarantine? We haven't been overseas, we won't have coronavirus. They said, we're not quarantining for coronavirus. I'm quarantining you for Jabberoo. Runway's in sight. Ten miles. Traffic Ngukurr. India Lib Tango is a Beechcraft Bonanza at 3,500 on descent to 1,500, joining a downwind runway 11. Traffic Ngukurr. Nick is just Aaron on Aaron's dad's computer. Indeed. Alright, let's get ready for our approach. Approach briefing. Seatbelt signs, seatbelts are on, nice and fastened. Door is closed and jammed shut. We're coming in onto the downwind, 2 left turns.
India Lima Tango, can you
feet.
see the what can be described as a gaggle of planes with a 737, a 747, a Spitfire and a Cessna sitting at this very tiny ramp area?
Not yet, but I'm sure we'll when I get there. Prop RPM fully forward. Brakes are released, undercarriage is not yet down.
I can't see anything even on the ground because I've got a wall of Pratt Whitney in my face.
Well,
I can see your flashing lights down there now. Okay, we're on the downwind, landing gear coming down.
They're the 747s, not mine.
Lights. Bit of flap, maybe 10. Who wants to fly with us? Leave a message and get ABA to contact you.
Just below your left wing.
Good current traffic, India Lima Tango is downwind runway 11. 520.
I think Ngukurr is an Aboriginal community. I can only imagine the faces when they see a 747 parked over the entire ramp area.
Oh, God.
Get down.
74 might be
Mixture
bigger
fully
than
rich.
the ramp area.
Prop fully forward. Pump is off. C10 hustler
Good
secure.
luck not hitting anything when you taxi, Trent.
Good go to the traffic and the Lima Tango is base runway 11. Bit of an overshoot. Let's get back in. Traffic in Ngukurr 1A India Lima Tango, final runway 11.
You went a bit wide there on the turn.
Sure did. See that nose coming left and right at random? Wondering if that's anything to do with the lack of a
Try not to
tail.
Ryanair this, try and butter it.
Yep, back over there.
That's very much off centre there. Good landing overall, now find a spot to park.
I'll move for you.
98.
Oh, you're nowhere near the parking area. You are very much out of the way in the 737. You don't need to move. You're currently impaled in some trees.
Gaka traffic, India Lima Tango, vacated runway 11.
Why does Trent have a 737 as his model matching?
That's your model matching, because I'm a BE35. So come as whatever default you have.
Aaron's in a 747. It should model match as a 747 though.
That's 9 PM, let's turn off the avionics. Let's get the airplane with its flaps up. Point Cook, yeah, that's pretty cool. I can get there. If you can get me in there, I can get out of there. Flaps are up. If you log in as a 747 with a proper call sign, such as QFA1, then I'll see if it's 737, 747. That's cool, I've done base entries before, as you know, Richmond. I'm happy to have my photo taken and my details taken down and all that. Come on. what piece of detail is running. There we are. Cool, a quick walk around just to see what's here. At Ngukurr. Random gas tank, that's not fuel. It's actually liquid natural gas, LNG. The electricity supply in this township is actually liquid natural gas based. They have LNG pumping. The generators. And I was getting through that gate. Love this outdoorsy area just there. There's the dunny over here. Ah, the ages, yeah. They have to be over 18, don't they? Is it 18 or 21? Can't remember. Just don't take anyone over 18, you'll be fine. The more people we have, the closer to the 182 we'll need. That you can, but then you also need to have your parents sign that if we accidentally, injure you, kill you, or whatever, your parents won't sue us. Or anyone else for that matter. Blandy, hang on. Cool, that's the rather unremarkable, interesting place because of its name. Aborigine township of Ngukurr. Let's jump on. $50 for a flight? My golly. That's cheaper than going halves, especially if you go quarters. No, we can't wait. I want to go. We'll talk about the flight plan before we go. So, Ngukurr. We're going to be entering and backtracking runway 11, taking off 1,300 meters of runway. That 747 has shown up as a 73 because he didn't give us a proper call sign. The call sign is literally 747. You do realise that to make your 747 a 747 show up in here, it has to be B for Bravo, 744. Just writing the word 747 makes you show up as the default aircraft. Caleb, how you doing? That's fair enough. Bring a camera, take some photos of us taking off. Then post them to us so we can put them in the video. Disconnected from server. Lost connection to the voice room. Let's re-enter that again. And that's a no. That's a no. Looks like we've lost our voice. Okay, we're going to Numbulwar. Numbulwar. Accents on the bull. We have a 1,300 meter long runway. It's a runway 1533. Our wind is currently shown as 070-ish. restrict all turns to the central 18 meters of the runway. Interesting. Telephone services not available. Mobile phone coverage at the shelter of the aerodrome under Telstra 3G. Which means no internet really. Solar powered lighting. Apron lights turned on manually. That's great. CTF 126.7. Bird hazard. There's nothing much to do there. Let's research where we're going. It's not a very long flight. It's only 63 nautical miles. We'll be in the air for about 20 minutes at most. Numbulwar is a small Aboriginal community in the Gulf of Carpentaria. Major language group is Ngukurr and Wubi, which isn't English. I was looking up YouTube videos of Numbulwar, and they had a community announcement about coronavirus in Wubi, which was very strange to listen to. It's like, Onyumiga, Yojon, Lepleur, coronavirus, Manuama. Yeah, how do we get in touch with you, Aviator? General store, police station, community school, engine repair shop, post office, and about 670 residents. Alright, let's head out to Numbulwar. Brakes are on. Clear prop. Started a lot easier that time. Not cold or flooded. Is your Facebook on your YouTube profile, Aviator? It is on mine. Avionics are in. Of course, I don't want to set up a Discord server. I actually hate the Discord unit. The whole user interface of Discord is just annoying.
System test okay.
I go in there and it's like, it takes me 18 clicks for me to do something I want what to do with it. It's like, why? Why is it so horrible? Numbulwar, why num? Yeah, Discord is an absolute nightmare of an interface. I just want to send a message to one person. Why do I have to invite them and then click 5 different things to just type a message to the person? Why? Who wrote this software? Anyhow, let's get on out into the runway. Traffic Ngukurr. Into Lima Tango is a Beechcraft Bonanza. We're taking out to runway 11. We'll be doing some run-ups and then backtracking to runway 11. We'll give a call before we enter the runway into Lima Tango. Yeah, once it is set up, it's that thing. When you say once it's set up as an excuse, you're making an excuse. Cool. If you want to fly in a small aircraft, small, about the same size as this, but a lot slower, around Melbourne, and if you happen to be in Melbourne, particularly the south-western suburbs of Melbourne, Mac, decimal point, 8 at hotmail.com. Oh yeah, I ran out of the... Let's see. I can't connect to the voice room, so maybe I can try a different server. Meanwhile, here we go. I was working again on Sydney. Let's try it. Sydney 1. Go. Yeah, it's reconnected. Traffic Ngukurr. Indy Livery Tango's doing run-ups short of runway 11. Once complete, we'll do a backtrack and we'll give you a call on the runway. Indy Livery Tango.
Now I can hear.
There's the left side, we'll try the right side. Looking good.
Traffic Ngukurr, 4-3 is a Supermarine Spitfire, taxiing out to runway, whatever it is, runway 29. Or 11.
Cross traffic and the 11 Tango is entering runway 11 backtrack. Sounds good. I'll get my cameras all charged up. Which aircraft are we going to be using ABN 997, and is it confirmed for Sunday? This Sunday or next Sunday? Isn't it funny that flights always happen around the time that Cross the Pond has bookings? It's happened 3 times now. Got to make sure that I use that $50.
QF, is that you on the 737? If it is, then you're about to smash into me right wing.
Sorry, mate. I'll move back for you.
You've got plenty of distance, but you keep edging forward ever so slightly.
Sorry.
Yeah, very nice. Tango Bravo Lima. Let's have a look at a bird. $172N. Does that have 40 degrees of flaps or 30? Yeah, what time? I'm gonna get a Hopefully we don't get 16 people show up at...
Now there's a 747 reversing into me.
Ah, crap. Yeah, he's doing the same for me.
He's hit your wing.
Yep.
We are currently on 126.7.
He's hit your cockpit. Now he's gonna smash into my propeller. He's not actually gonna hit my fuselage. He's pushing
Got
back
the full
onto
flaps
the
40. Very
runway.
nice.
Watch out, Trent.
Hello.
Right, sitting at 1000 RPM, going to drop a flap 10. Get all those lights on. Yeah, it's switching back onto the runway. Which direction do you reckon he's pushing? Tail towards us or tail away? If he goes tail away, we can take off.
Aaron, can you hear us?
Cool, going forward. Traffic Ngukurr into Livery Tango, departing runway 11.
Now's probably not the best time, but okay.
Tenerife.
I'm gonna hit him. Well, I'm gonna do what Spitfires were meant to do. I'm taxiing on the grass because my engine's overheating.
Gear up. Too much P factor in that one.
Hey guys. Hey.
Hello, Mr. Destruction Derby.
Hello. I'm gonna hit the second car. Not sure where.
Flaps up.
Victor Yankee Delta taxiing to runway 11. It's heart attack. Where's Lockheed?
I'm taxiing behind you. You're not on the runway, so I've decided that it's safe to do so. You're a bit broken there, I can't hear.
Do you think it's possible for me to take off in a 747?
Probably. I mean, QS took off last time from a shorter runway in a 737, so probably possible.
Yep. Alright, give it a go, please. Give it something. Good luck.
Yeah, so before takeoff it was empty with about 8,000 pounds of fuel.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make sure he doesn't blast my spit into smithereens.
Well, I think we're gonna overshoot. I'm not confident that we can try.
Well, the benefit of exploring in simulators, you won't crash, burn and die if you hit a tree.
Alright, here we go. Oh, just made it.
Will he hit that tree? His tail striked. That's a tail strike there.
Oh no, this is bad.
8 AM on
And
Sunday.
he's crashed.
Check.
Get the RFDS out here.
Ah.
And then point
This
cook.
won't pull up, and I don't know why. I've learned with the joystick pull back.
I don't care if there's debris on the runway. Fortress 3 is departing runway, whatever this is. I see a 747 doing a very sharp banker.
Just drop them for a bit. I'm sure they're having fun. Well, I've got some work to do because I've only got about 60 miles, 58 now, to get to Numbulwar. Numbulwar, runway 15. Let's see what the wind was doing. Ngukurr had wind at 070. So 2 offs. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Pretty much a direct crosswind, whichever way you look at it. It's easy to vacate off 15, so I'm going to use runway 15. We're going to the left-hand downwind. We're essentially at sea level at the airfield. Hi there, Georgios. Time 37. I'll give them a call at 27. Frequency 126.7.
I should have tried to set 37 on a 747.
Yeah.
Now there's actually a road between Ngukurr and Numbulwar.
I really don't understand. I'm pulling up as much as I can.
Wow. Not my fault. What speed are you going and have you got flaps out?
Yeah, I'm going at 327 knots with no flat, and gear is up to.
There's the Roper Highway. On the road now. Roper Highway is the little township of Wilton, about halfway through the trip between Ngukurr and Numbulwar.
373.6 nautical miles, away.
To the township or?
Well, I'm taking off in a panic in a Spitfire.
Wilton is a small Northern Territory rural location.
Use your TCAS, you have that, don't you?
That's a bit of a downer, isn't it? Imagine having a township, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I think I do.
It has 126 residents. Well, it's not even called a town, it's called a location. A rural location.
We're lucky you flying across the pond.
Maybe. Holy crap!
I must do a circle and try and land on the runway.
It's not gonna do. Which runway?
Maybe runway 11.
Well, we're not going to Ngukurr anymore. We're going to Numbulwar.
Righty, I honestly don't know where I am right now, so I'm just going to
On my screen, you have your spoilers out. Might that be why you're not climbing?
No, my spoilers are deployed, so...
Evan 907 looking at Tango Bravo Lima. What kind of GPS do they have in
That
it?
is a very good sight.
So I'm looking at a photo of it. Must have been a while back. And it's got none.
Great, now I'm moving speeding.
Which wouldn't...
Fix that, please. I don't want to be picking up
Doesn't even have
pieces
ADS-B
of
out.
wreckage of kangaroo and crocodile.
I'm sure it does
infested
now, but
place.
didn't know the photos were taken.
Lol.
Where's QS through all of this? He's over here going the wrong way.
I'm going the wrong way.
Maybe GPS. Does that have ADSB out? Is it allowed to fly in airspace?
And I've just gone the wrong way as well.
If we show up to Avalon, will they say go away?
I'm using X-Plane map to direct myself. Geez, it's like 80 now. Crap, my computer's screwed.
I'm going the right way now, so I'm with us, sir.
Au revoir. Can you see me? Tell if I'm going the right way or not.
Go east. Get your compass and point it at the big E.
We're going the right way, and now you're turning the wrong way.
But according to that map, I'm going 35.
The right way is about a heading of 65.
So heading 065.
Probably a bit closer to 060 actually.
Radio, I'll maintain that to be like that.
Yeah, no.
That RFDS Cessna 172 at Ngukurr has just seen the best air show of his life.
So lucky, am I on the right track now?
Do you faintly see the coast in front of you?
No, I just see greenery in front of me. But I'm heading 060.
You should be going the right way.
Yeah, I am going the right way. I just checked that map. I'm maintaining around 5,000 feet. Is that okay? If anyone knows if any hydrogen race around Numbulwar or whatever?
Around Numbulwar?
Is there any terrain?
There shouldn't be. It's quite coastal. I'll check the topography though. There's some small hills to the northwest of Numbulwar, but there is relatively flat plains to all other directions.
Alright, cool, thanks. And how long's the runway at Numbulwar? I can see.
It is 4,331 feet, or I can get the meters for you, which is 1,320 meters.
Jesus, okay, it's going to be a challenge.
Yep.
How am I catching a 747 in a Spitfire?
I'm going 256 knots, so the
Phone call complete.
Lucky this is Vatsim, because this sort of conversations on the Facecam would not be allowed in real life.
No.
I might actually turn right away.
Alright, coming up towards the mouth of the
Please let
Broker
the
River.
Spitfire left first, before the 73 and the 74. I do not want to get a puncture because you two have crashed.
Hit the coastline of the just off an island there. Look at that. Oh, that's Edward Island. Okay.
Trent, can you hear us?
Yep.
How far out from Numbulwar are you? Sorry for the German accent on that, by the way, I couldn't resist.
24 miles.
Trent, how do you hear me?
4 bit echoing.
Alright, cool, mate.
Traffic on Numbulwar, India Lima Tango is 23 miles to the south, west of the field, estimating circle time of 37. We're entering a circle from runway 15, traffic Numbulwar.
I don't know what position the runway is, like is it just north, south, or whatever like that.
To the southwest of Numbulwar.
Alright, thanks.
There's a runway 15 I think. There is a runway 15 and a runway 33, so it should be 1 degree off Sydney and Melbourne's long runways.
Funny that.
And Victor Yankee Delta turning final. Runway something.
Runway
Well, are you
something.
going north or south?
Runway 33.
Well done. Wait, hang on, turning final? Holy crap.
Yep.
How the hell did you get there that quickly?
Jet engines.
Jet engines.
Yeah, but the 747's not there. How are you there that quickly?
74 went south.
All three of us went south for a bit.
Wish me luck.
Please don't crash. Me and Trent do not want to pick up punctures.
Cool, so that's the Rose River coming up there. Edward Island, just off.
To be honest, I still have no sign of the airfield.
We're alive, I think my heart.
Really, you have no sight of the airfield. You just landed on it.
No, it's about 15 miles away still.
Oh, I thought you were QS.
Yep, time 37 still holding up.
To be honest, being in the 74 feels like you're going to stall at any moment.
Well, enjoy across the pond where you'll probably have upwards of 7 or 8 hours on stuff.
I can do that, Aviator.
Yeah, I'm going to fly
Which train station?
across the pond.
I'll make sure I clean up my car, it's a bit of a mess.
That always start the landing in the 7, not the 74, I did that mistake.
Victor Yankee Delta. Take care to runway 33.
Good job. Fortress 3 has a rough visual on the area of Numbulwar.
Oh, I see the airfield.
Very nice.
Lovely them tones, either one. Ring me, let you know where you're headed.
I might circle because I'm a little bit too far. Now, if anyone knows, I can't find the auto brakes on this 74 for some reason. I don't know where to find them.
Auto brakes on a runway that short, you might actually need control full stop for parking brakes.
Right, I'll just use the full, like, manual brake and reverses.
Yep.
I can see the airfield.
Direct Numbulwar, yeah, Lima Tango is a Beechcraft Bonanza 1500. We are 10 miles to the south west of the fields, and we'll be joining downwind of runway 15, traffic Numbulwar.
for 1047 is around the airfield, we're landing on runway something on the spot. Which is called runway X.
Got the swap
Probably
tanks.
runway 3, no, probably runway 15 actually.
Yeah, because I'm coming in from the coast.
Traffic Numbulwar, Fortress 3 is 10 miles out on a base for runway 33.
Not gonna lie, this is probably the most fun I've had on that.
Oh, that's good.
That should make this an actual event.
Don't worry, on Monday I am. On 2 Mondays now. Already did.
Oh my goodness. So they got Australia there to do as well.
Spilled milk on Monday this month is Darwin. Guess where this plane will be on Monday.
I'm sure you know there's a new MSSG Darwin scenery.
Yeah, it's linked in the calendar entry.
I think
Okay.
I'm just in front of the net right now.
Yeah, it looks that way. I'll follow behind you.
I can see a giant 747 right in front of me. Traffic Numbulwar, Fortress 3 is turning final runway 33. The 747, Aaron's just turning full pelt trying to beat me to the runway.
Yeah, this is not gonna go well.
Good luck, Aaron.
Beware for a crash landing.
Sounds brilliant.
God.
Yep. I'll take that VFR flight planning lesson. I'm most interested in that paper stuff with dead redneck.
Fortress 3 is breaking off to the
Because
right
I didn't
because
really
I
do
don't
that.
want to get smashed.
I did my
into
Heroes
the
Old one, never
747.
actually went out to do the actual
That, oh
analysis.
god. No, oh my god, oh my god. Holy
We
crap.
nearly collided there. That is a very nose down angle.
Besides, that was 12 years ago.
Very hard landing, very long
Oh
landing as
my
well.
god, I'm overshooting.
Yep, you are. Watch out for the swamp.
Rest in pieces.
It actually won't stop. Like I put full manual brake and reverse and auto brake and still won't stop.
Traffic Numbulwar, Fortress 3 is turning downwind runway 33.
Rossi, how you doing?
Traffic number 747 has crashed near the trees and killed a few people. That's okay.
That's pretty fun.
Okay guys, I'm going to come back to the airfield and just relax from that horrific experience.
Yeah.
I mean, it was never going to end well with me a 747 coming into this kind of airfield.
Spitfire, let us know when you're back at it.
I heard Spitfire. Were you calling me?
Yeah, just wondering if you can let me know when you're back at the airfield.
Oh, I never landed. I broke off because there was a 747 that nearly hit me.
Oh, you're going around. That's cool. Numbulwar traffic in the Lima Tango is 1,500 on downwind, runway 15. Mixed to fully red, prop
I
fully
am
forward.
also on downwind. Do you want me to slot in front of you, or will you take it?
I go in front, we'll extend it.
I'm just at the mouth of the river, so I'm probably closer.
Yep.
Traffic Numbulwar 4-3 is turning base from Livery.
Traffic number 747 is coming back from the swamp. We are entering back into the airfield.
Fly over the airfield at 1,005. Traffic Numbulwar, you let me take it, returning back to the dead side of the field, or I'll call once on the downwind again.
I think I should have ran a 7-3 here instead of a 7-4, but I will.
Sweet. Traffic Numbulwar 4-3 is on short final runway 3.
Well, you don't need any luck. You're in a tiny plane compared to a 7-4.
Boy, I'm in the A2A Spitfire. This thing is hard to turn, and it really doesn't like crosswinds. I'm coming in sideways right now.
Alrighty, good luck.
I've never been to Groot Island in the real world, but we are going to go to Groot Island the flight after this one. Sunday after we return from the actual flight.
Traffic 747 is coming back on runway 15 after runway 51. We'll be taxiing to the again.
I'm off the runway and I'm doing a mad drift. And now I'm apparently head on with the 747. I better turn around fast.
Yep.
Oh god, you're right in front of me. Oh no. Good you turned pretty quick actually.
Stop pretty fast. Stop.
Traffic Numbulwar in Yellow Tango is turning onto the downwind, runway 15.
4-3 is still on the runway and is being chased down by a 747.
That's cool, you get the chase the right direction.
I just let you know that I'm sorry by ruling your flying.
Ah, you made it funnier. I'm about to get hit by a General Electric Pratt Whitney engine, whatever. I had to swerve to avoid that. This guy's a madman.
We're just gonna park on the grass and call it a day.
Sounds good.
Okay, land
I'm
again
on the
coming
grass.
down.
Don't turn, don't turn, don't turn.
What on
It's
earth
good.
is Lockie doing?
Ups 10.
You went in front of me, so I had to swerve to avoid, and now you slammed the brakes and turned hard left.
Brakes are released, other carriage is down, mixture is fully rich, prop is fully forward, pump is off. Fuel set to fullest tank, seats and houses as go.
I'm going to use QF and the 737 as protection, and I'm going to go the other side of him.
Traffic Numbulwar in Yellow Tango, turning base runway 15. Ups 20. Good guess. More like flaps 22 and a half. Traffic Numbulwar, India Lima Tango, turning final runway 15.
Enjoy your landing.
all the flaps.
And Trent, be aware there's a 747 parked on the grass.
You got it.
There is, and your wing is blocking the runway. Please move forward a bit.
Well, that's not going to work because plane's the shutdown. I'll just swirl a little bit.
I think Castle will be having a worse view after this flight. Oh, Trent, you're a bit off centre there. You're good, you're good, you're good.
$115. 155.
Now, I don't know if the fault scenery makes a difference to me, Trent, on the graph.
Nice one there, Trent, but on my screen your propeller is now turned off. And now it's back on again.
Ah, but I'm a lot of power on my propeller turns off.
Nice.
What the hell was that noise?
Missed you coming back, about halfway.
Right, good luck finding a place to park.
That's coming up. Numbulwar, Groot, and Ngukurr.
By the way, Trent, when can we expect the next one of these GA around Oz streams?
I'm thinking Sunday.
Lovely.
There's a tiny gap for you to split past that 737 and park next to me. Or you could move into the danger zone and park in front of the 747.
Highway to the...
That 737 just levitated and then fell back to Earth.
Good for it.
Wait, for some reason on your screen, I'm not a 747, but I'm a 737.
That's because your IK code is 747 and not B744.
Oh.
B744. By the way, Trent, are you going to download the Spitfire model matching now?
Probably never.
Damn it, so I won't ever be a top plane with guns, I'll always just be some stupid red stunt plane.
Yep.
Damn it.
Well, sorry, Trent. I destroyed your GA around Australia stream.
Indeed. Anyway, I'm going to switch off this frigatee. You have a good one. Now I can actually shut down the plane properly. Peace and quiet. Love that whole section of panel just like vibrates. There we go. Cool. Let's control lock in. Sorted. Let's put the airplane to bed. Okay, the shutter is closed. Empty the plane. Close the door. Out to the front, we'll put the tie downs in. Actually, put the wheel chocks on here. Around this side, we need to put in the pitot cover. Done. And we'll go to the back and put the tie down. There it is. Welcome to Numbulwar. Well, there we are, GA around Australia to Numbulwar from Borroloola via Ngukurr. I do hope you've enjoyed that. We'll be seeing you guys probably tomorrow for the Friday night ops in Pittsburgh. Had to think a lot harder to figure out where we're going. I probably only have freeway scenery for Pittsburgh, so we'll see how it goes. Until then, I've been Musical Aviator, and I guess we'll see you there tomorrow for Friday night operations. If you're not there for F&O, remember that bookings for Across the Pond start on Saturday, our time 11 o'clock in the evening through to midnight. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed the flying, and ciao for now.